I don't really want to be waiting, but yeah, if anyone comes back and watches that from the beginning, that'll give them a thrill. So hey, it's me again, the great man, back here. Doing one of my music memories chats with my mate Mike, Mr. B, my old housemate, old band mate as well. We used to be in a band together. He disappeared for a second there, but what happened there?
I pressed the wrong thing on my phone.
Oh, that's awkward. Don't do that again. So how you been?
At home, going to work.
That's it. That's life at the moment.
And doing some guitar sometimes in the evenings, and then going to home, going to work.
Yeah.
Around, yeah. Apart from that,
but you've actually managed to do recording, haven't you? Are you a member of Detritus now? Or are you just helping them out?
I think so, yeah.
You're not too sure. Oh, I wasn't too sure of you.
I think I'm an honorary member. I haven't done any initiation rituals yet. I'm a bit concerned what's coming up.
Yeah, them initiation rituals in fresh bands could be a bit messy.
Heard it could be painful, so I'm.
Yeah, and you're not as young as you used to be.
Excuse me, I'm as young as the person I feel I am. Yep.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. All right, so what's happening with Bloodwork? I know people are like getting old and moving on, and life gets in the way, kind of thing. It's been how many years now since your album?
I will tell you a story about that. It's been, I think it's 2014, 2013.
Really, that long ago?
Maybe.
Oh wow! Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up now because I can't remember. I know I did a little. I think my very first band interview was with you sitting in your car outside my house.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, I think that was. I can't remember if I had any interviews. The 2014 your album came out. Blimey,
well,
that is a long time ago.
I think.
It's about time you do another one. You say?
Yes.
How's that coming along?
The story is Detritus, because we were meant to record at the studio, but then this silly little bug thing came around called Corona, which threw the world upside down. So then quite quickly learn how to record at home.
Oh, so is that how you managed to get the album together, by recording it at home?
Basically, yeah. I'm a bit of a technological dinosaur when it comes to recording. Plug a guitar in, play it.
Yeah.
Sounds good. If it's the computer stuff, it's magic. But with a lot of help from Mark, who's in Detritus, he sent us around to each band member, and then we recorded our guitar bits at home with clean guitar, and then we sent it to the next person. And then when we had a break in lockdown, we went to the studio. It's called reamping. You plug the guitars in, get it nice and turned up on your amp, get the sound good, and then record that.
Okay.
So
you put what you played earlier through the amp.
Yeah, basically, you record it clean and then you play it back with a bit of magic into your amp, getting that sound. You haven't got to play this stuff perfectly because you've already done it.
Right.
Actually, record that as your final one.
Okay, that's a big change from when we used to record the demo in the crypt back in the day. What did you remember? Because so let's do a history lesson. I joined your band Paradox for a while, didn't I? I was like a fellow singer with you in Paradox, and you used to record like in the crypt of a church in, where was it? Somewhere in East London.
Limehouse.
What was the name of that church?
I'm just saying Limehouse.
Limehouse, yeah.
St Anne's, Limehouse.
St Anne's, okay. Yeah, we used to hang out there, and we used to do band practices there as well, wasn't it? Band practice.
It was in a crypt with some bodies in there. It still wasn't exactly rejuvenated, was it? It's quite dusty and dank.
Oh yeah, it was fun though, and he had a table tennis table. So yeah, we'd play that and make up silly song titles or whatever.
For God, save your soul.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I remember actually. Why don't we do a song called "Bang Your Head for God"? And you were, yeah, why not? For a laugh. It's fun. It's good. Yeah. I still like the songs on that album, or the demo, whatever you want to call it.
We may re-record them, young man. We can do it.
Yeah, with the new technology that you've acquired, I can record it in my shed or something. Send it to you. I was just thinking today as well. When was the last time I actually saw you? Was it when I went to that Comic Con, or was it when we went to Beermageddon in 2018?
Yeah.
One of them, wasn't it? It's definitely one of them. Yeah, you're exactly the same as me.
Comic-Con, I think. When was that? Must have been 19, wasn't it? Or
I don't even remember. It all rolls into one. It might have been. It might have been 2019. I remember I was coming back from somewhere or going somewhere, or I come up to see you, and your missus picked me up, and then I went from yours to after a good. And we watched that film, didn't we? Was it Mandy?
that film.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage.
We watched the Nicolas Cage. I'm sorry, dude. I am sorry. Yeah.
Well, you forgot, or you apologised for making watch that film.
Yes, for Nicolas Cage.
It was a bit, yeah. Everyone was saying how great he was, and we were kind of like, yeah, it's a bit crap, actually.
That was such a good film. I can remember every.
Yeah. We had a few beers as well, so that kind of helped.
Hangover again.
Right, so then we start off with your first music memory. Then when did you first get in? Because have you got like memories from? I know I've always known you as a metalhead. I met you from my drummer because you was on a music course with my drummer at the time, Joe. Yeah, and
hello.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
I was 17 or 18. So
was you? Blimey! And you're now what? 68.
43, so that was 77. Wait a minute, must have been 95, 96, I guess.
Yeah, I thought it'd be like sometime in the 90s. So that's quite a long while, mate. Quite a long old while.
Years, you old git. Yeah.
Sorry?
Couple of years, you old git. Yeah.
I know, it's been a couple of years. I know. It all seems, I don't know, longer and quicker as you get older. I don't know. It's weird. But so so when did you get into metal then? What was you into before? What did you grow up with?
Michael Jackson, Wet, 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 and whether pop music was in the charts when I was young.
All right.
No, actually, yes. School, someone introduced me to Steve Vai.
Okay.
Passion and Warfare. That was pretty good. And then I discovered Wasp.
Right.
To Virgin Megastore when it used to be in, was it Tower Records then? The one in Tottenham Court Road.
Oh, yeah, I think that was Virgin.
There was HMV in the middle and the other one at
the end.
Two,
wasn't there? There was two on the same road at one point, wasn't there? Because I'd always pop in both of them whenever I went for a shopping trip. You go in and see, you know. Sorry?
So that was when the West End used to be metal.
Yeah. There's not so many record shops or so many venues or so much of anything anymore, is there? It's going to be even less probably after lockdown's over.
You see what's still standing and will forge a new path of metal for this country.
Yeah, where metal was born.
Yeah. So anyway, I've had Wasp, and then I went into this shop and saw this album cover with this kind of goat thing holding a sword with a cape on.
Oh, right. Is that Emperor?
No.
Oh no, Bathory. No. There's plenty of goat head things with capes. Slayer. Oh, that far back. Right. Yeah. Of course. With the. I was going for the obscure ones, wasn't I? I should have gone for the obvious.
I was young and didn't know nothing then, so I found Slayer Show No Mercy, listened to it, and it's like, what the heck is this? It didn't really make any sense. It sounded like none. And after probably 10, 15 listens, it made quite a lot of sense, and I was hooked. And then it was Slayer, and then I think I found Deicide after that, so it got heavier. The search was on for heavier and better. All right, Elric. The search was on for heavier and better. Then it turned into black metal kind of come afresh with all this Norwegian stuff. And I
think that's when black metal just kind of started when we first met, that kind of thing. You was like kind of black metal-y when I first met you, I think. Cradle of Filth and all that kind of thing. Back when Cradle was, back when they were decent.
The first album's, I heard it the other day, it's actually pretty good still.
Yeah, first album's still good, but after that, it just all got gothic and blinking, or symphonic and whatever, and it just turned into I don't know. Maybe I was just too underground for my own good.
Each to their own, but yeah. And then, and then that's that infamous Kerrang article. It was the only decent magazine around then. It had the old black metal stuff, and then I was a hook, line, and sinker from there.
Right. So
I seem to skip over stuff like Iron Maiden and this new wave stuff.
That's true. Yeah, you kind of that's quite interesting. But like I say, everyone's got their own different path into the music, and you kind of missed all the lighter kind of bands. You went straight to Slayer. I mean, when I first heard Slayer, I was like, what the fuck? The first Slayer I heard was around my mate's house, and it was fucking hell, my brain.
Ride the Lightning.
I don't want that. I'm not that fucking bad. My brain's not that bloody bad. Oh man, one with Blinking Angel of Death on it. Bloody hell.
Rain in Blood.
Rain in Blood. That's the fella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But did you not have any because I always had influence from my parents' music. Did you not have any influence from your parents? Did they not listen to any? Dad not listen to any weird country western or some? I bet your dad's got some crazy. I can just imagine your dad having some crazy musical taste. I don't know.
Yeah, he got more into the metal after me.
Yeah.
At the time, I think, but then it's mostly my nan listening to Elvis, and they're busting out Elvis records and watching all his movies.
Yeah,
it was good.
Elvis, Elvis movies were fun. I did there was this guy. I think he worked for Metal Forces. No, what's that fucking Terrorizer? And he was doing a thesis on heavy metal music, and people liked heavy metal music. And he interviewed me as part of it for his thesis. And he said it's very common, with metalheads, a lot of them liked Elvis or had listened to Elvis when they were kids. But I think that's probably that would have been the same for anybody if we think about it, because Elvis was so prevalent that you could hardly move without hearing his music or bumping into his films or whatever. So
the age we are, and our parents' age, it was all the right time for Elvis, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think the same would be true now of the metalhead crop from more recent years. It'd probably be, I don't know who would be there, blinking commensurate. Yeah, probably. Yeah, a lot of people got into metal through Nirvana, didn't they? Anyway, let's go into your showing your CDs or your records or whatever. Let's have a look at your first record. What have we got? Oh, Hold. Helig Usfart, isn't it? Is it Helig Usfart? Yeah. I remember not particularly being impressed with that one, I don't think. I did have that one. I think I still got it. But it was just to me, it was just unblack metal, isn't it? It's... What's the phrase?
What's it? I can try and read it in Norwegian. Wait for it. Here we go. Helig Hord Usfart Metal Musikspil. I think that just means Holy Horde. Wait a minute. Holy Horde Unblack Metal Play.
Yeah.
Norwegian,
yeah. Interesting. They're Australian, aren't they? Is that not got members of fucking hell. Scrolls of the Megalith band.
Mortification.
That's it. Are you got your kids around? Are your kids near? Are your kids around?
No.
All right. I'm just gonna start swearing and know they're hearing me. I don't want to turn their ears blue.
I would never hear such things in this house. I tell you that.
I imagine so.
Not.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the original one. I remember buying this one in HMV.
Right.
It was with all the other stuff, and it was a bit confusing. Is it Christian? Is it not Christian?
Yeah.
And actually, I thought it was good at the time. I thought the vocals could have been more extreme. I was a bit disappointed the vocals weren't more, but it's aged well and it's still good. And people. So there you go.
All right. Because
we've played a cover of this. Inverted cross is a good it's a good chunky one.
Yeah, it was invert the inverted cross.
Yeah, the titles are fantastic on this. Let's pick a couple here, shall we? An abandoned grave bathes softly in the falling moonlight.
Oh, nice.
Crush the blooded horns of the goat.
Some of the black metal or unblack metal titles are kind of like a parody of themselves, isn't they? After a while, they sort of wax poetical darkness, and they're a little on the cheesy side. They can be.
Oh, it's perfectly not tongue-in-cheek. I don't think it was, actually. I don't
know. Who knows? Maybe some of them are, but they're always interesting to read. Maybe difficult to remember, but yeah, because I don't remember. Was you going through a rebellious period when I first knew you? Because it seemed like I didn't know you were a Christian until a few years after I knew you, kind of thing.
I wasn't. That's why.
You were reborn or something, weren't you?
Yes, halfway through knowing you see what you did to
me. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm going to turn away from this path. This path I've been on.
This crazy man. Yeah, I think I was 18, so it's probably only knew you for a year or a bit. Then it was everything switched around, but it's still metal, just the different lyrics.
Yeah, it doesn't. It never bothered me what the big lyrics are. I don't, as you know, I'm not at all religious. But as long as the music's good and it sounds good, that's all fine by me.
So my musical collection went down from loads of bands to not really many I wanted to listen to because most of the lyrics of the stuff I was listening to wasn't that good.
No.
Yeah.
But you still like I don't know. You kind of like I don't want to listen to this because of the lyrics. And then you go, oh, but man, gee, they're a really good band though. Like I saw you went to see Morbid Angel and Deicide a couple of times, even though they were. I can't remember now.
Yeah, things going to gigs and stuff. It's like, yeah, I can listen to it. It's whatever it is. But yeah, and it was good to stage dive, see people.
Yeah.
Brain Dead Club.
Yeah, the thing is, you just got to take this. It's just words. Don't begin. Like you say, the words can't hurt God. So why should you worry about them?
I think when you're younger, you're more in everything's got a meaning. Now you're like, you know what? People are just having fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's just noise and notes, and I don't think there's any particularly spiritual powers you can have hidden in special music.
No, there's no backwards messages that creates magic spells. No matter how many cheesy horror films try to pretend there is.
Yeah. Next one then, sir.
You want to move on to the next one? Okay, cool. Did they ever come over and play? Hall never played any gigs, did they? Did they ever play any gigs?
Played in Norway.
Did you go to that?
Nordic Fest, yes. They filmed it, and you can hear me shouting faster on there. It's great.
Yeah, because you went a couple of times. Was it Bob Fest? Was that one you went to?
Bob Fest in Sweden, Nordic Fest in
Norway.
Yeah. There was Elements of Rock in Sweden. There's Freakstock in Germany. There was one in Denmark. There was one in a castle in Poland. We didn't go to that one, but yeah, there was quite a few.
The best one I can recall was the Destruction Fest.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Destruction Fest was the best one. It was in London.
It didn't have to travel far for that one, so it was.
No, and
yeah,
I think I got on the free list once or twice as well. I can't remember now.
Well, you might have helped us out with your drum kit.
Oh yeah, you've got a drum kit, didn't you? Actually, quite often. Where is that drum kit now?
Some of it is at Jeff's church. Some of it is in my loft up there.
Okay, cool. How long is this? Is it still rocking?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's move on to your next one then.
This one.
Oh, a bit of vinyl.
Yeah, this one's called Manchester.
Manchester. Oh, Antester.
Manchester. I'm joking. Yeah. Green. What?
Oh yeah, very nice. Yeah, I remember Antester. That's another one I remember because it always confused me. It was like Antester sounds like it should be ancestor, but it obviously is.
I can't remember what it means. It means something in Norwegian.
Oh right.
Latin, or it might be witness in Latin. I think.
Okay.
Maybe you attest to something, don't you? But yeah, this one's a good one because it's probably one of the older vinyls I've got, and it sounds very cool.
Yeah.
And their second album they released. Remember, it came out in Cacophonous. The second album, Return of the Black Death.
Right. Okay, that's interesting because that was quite a big label in the black metal kind of area, wasn't it? And Cacophonous.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't sort of like chuck it out for being not black enough for them or something. Maybe they didn't know.
Weird, I think they re-released it. I don't know if they knew it was a Christian band when they signed it, but they obviously already signed. But
yeah,
and it was released anyway. And I think some of the lyrics were changed on the version that was released.
Oh,
right. Harmonica Man.
Yeah. Okay, so sound keeps going up and down. I can hear myself echoing on your thinking for your video now.
Turn it down on here.
If you can, maybe. I don't know. It's the first time it happened.
Is that all right?
Well, we're just soldiering on for hope for the best.
Is that better?
Yeah, I think so. That's better. Because did you interview some bands on my fanzine one time? I know we did like a little section about Christian bands, didn't we, at one point? I can't remember if you actually interviewed a band from my fanzine once.
We did.
I might have been them.
Yeah.
You're a bit. Have you got your finger over the microphone? You're a little bit quieter now.
So is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
I'm professional, mate. Professional.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if you turn the camera that way as well, does it not give you full screen? Yeah, there you go.
What?
You discovered. See, that's how it works, mate. That's how it works. You just start to carry it.
Move my hand.
To carry it like that. Yeah. You're getting some feedback.
Cool. I'm sure everyone who's watching this is very excited by my hand going over the camera.
Yeah. Okay, doke. Right, so and Tester then. Did they have another band you saw? Was they related? Well, what's the biggest Christian band? Were they one of the biggest Christian metal bands?
It's probably them or Extol were pretty big at the time on Century Media.
Yeah, they were a bit weird though, didn't they? They kind of bought one of them, didn't they? And that the band who kind of like changed their style like really a lot.
Was that it? Well, the first and second album were kind of Black Death. Third one was more thrash, kind of weird prog thrash, but it's flipping good.
Oh, right.
One called Blueprint Dives, which wasn't quite my cup of tea. It's a bit more commercial.
I can't remember if it was Extol I was thinking of. There was a couple of I had a couple of on my compilation on one of my fanzine compilations that I did. There were some good bands. Oil were quite good. That was the guy who used to be in Dark Angel. Yeah.
I don't know if Oil's going on. He's back in Dark Angel and they're going again now. So.
Oh, I know Dark Angel had started again. And they got one of the singers, but I couldn't remember which singer it was. Was it him? Was it him?
Ron Reinhardt or Reinhardt.
Reinhardt.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, and he was the one who was in Oil, right? I can't remember. And there was I can't remember the names of the bands now. It's been so long since I've been listening to them. Oh yeah, that's always a mouthful, that one, due to one of them. Pantocrator, I remember, there's another one.
Pantocrator's still going. He's got a new album out a couple of days ago.
I always thought it was a funny name. She's got pants in it. Didn't they play your last Destruction Fest and have nothing but blinking technical problems? Was that Pantocrator?
I don't know. There were those guys. They did play, and then
sure there was one band that played, and everything kept going wrong, and they ended up only getting about 10 minutes set. Sure, it was something.
Yeah. That would suck if it was.
Yeah, I'm sure I remember that. I'm sure I remember that from that gig. I got some footage of it. I did get some film of it, but I think I ended up only getting about because they kept linking nothing to stop for stuff. I think they did like 10 minutes, and I was filming. And it was like fucking, they were changing things up and things were trying to sort things out. And I just ended like, I just stopped filming. And I think they eventually came back and did like another 20 minutes or something like that.
Good old Black Heart days of actually going to pubs and gigs.
Yeah. And apparently Black Heart's in trouble. That's one of those venues that may, they're doing like a crowdfunder or, one of these things to try and keep the doors open. But
Crowbar's doing something similar as well.
Yeah, the Crowbar shut, didn't it? But now it's trying to come back. He's dropped his mic. He dropped his phone. You dropped your phone, dude.
No, there's an earthquake.
Yeah, just sitting there lying on the bed. Don't fall asleep, whatever you do while you're lying there, mate. Don't nut out. I know it's interested, always talking to me, but yeah. All right.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, right, mate. Right. Yeah. Right, got another one now.
Do you want to talk about your bands for a bit? Let's go go on.
Right. Detritus. New album coming next month. Progressive thrash. 8 songs. I normally play heavier stuff. I've joined them last year. It was to help with a gig, and then the gig didn't happen. But I kind of stayed. Then they started writing an album. So yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
So I've done an album with them, but most of it is written by Mark. We've added our own kind of touches as we've gone along.
Yeah.
8 songs. When the first album, Detritus, Myths, yeah.
Yeah.
So the first Detritus album was back years and years ago. I think 25 years ago. I was a young wee nipper then. And they had quite a fresh album called Perpetual Defiance.
Yeah.
I think that was Music for Nations. Then they did another album called If But For One. That was a bit more progressive. I think it's got a sax solo on one of it, which is actually really good. A bit more proggy. And then this one came out just now, and it's a continuation, really. Each song's got its own flavour and sound, but overall it's still heavy and it's still Detritus. So it's actually quite a lot of fun to play.
Yeah. Because I've worked it out. It's about 28 years since the last album or something like that. I think the last... Listen, let's put it in because I did a little blog. If anyone wants to check out Mike's bands, there's a link down below to the blog post where I've put links to all of his stuff. And let's just double check. The second album was in '93. So is that not 28 years?
93.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah, so bloody hell, nearly 30 years since the last album. It's one of those bands that I knew the name, and I'm sure I definitely had it at one point, but I'm not sure if I actually owned the CD I definitely never had it on vinyl. I had a feeling I had the CD in my hands at one point, but it might have been someone lent it to me and I burnt it onto a cassette or something like that. But it's one, and I've never really got much chance to listen to it. So
yeah, check it out. It's good. the first album is definitely a fresh of the time, but yeah.
Yeah.
And,
You can't beat a bit of thrash, mate.
yeah. But no, yeah, the new album's good. It's heavy. Check it out. If we ever do shows, we'll do some shows. But
If we're ever allowed out of the house again.
dude, we're gonna have to forge a new metal underground with
where everyone wears masks.
you know, we're gonna have bubbles. We're gonna have bubble moshing. Can all be
That's a good idea. Everyone could get, you know, them like inflatable ball things that they zoobs or something. I can't remember what they're called. Everyone could get.
So I've got a good friend in Nashville, Bubble Ball Nashville, who's a bit of a plug for you there, Larry, who does this as a business in Nashville. She can hire giant bubbles and run around the field and play.
Awesome. So what you do, we'll strap everyone in their own bubble. So if you've got a few mates of you and you put them all in the bubble, spin them around in the mosh pit. I think the logistics might be a bit awkward.
But it'll be fun. Yeah.
You've kind of skipped to the most recent band. Paradox, man. That's what it's all about. Paradox.
Paradox. Yeah, Paradox was
the Outcasts.
Flipping heck. Well, we did that when we was at the same course I was doing with Joe, the music business course. We got to record 3 songs. Ooh, it was part of a year of study. And that's when we did Paradox.
And that was that was you, your dad, and your brother, wasn't it?
Yep. And it was a family band. So yeah,
that was good. I enjoyed that first demo, and was it a couple of bloody nails in a bag, like were accompanied every single cassette.
Yeah, we had a special release. No, dude, it wasn't. Oh, it was cassette, of course.
It was a cassette.
Cassettes, yeah, cassette.
I've got the cassette upstairs.
Yeah, I did have a bag of bloody nails strapped to each one. As well, I think.
And what? Sorry.
Had some thorns and bloody nails, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember there being thorns. I think I still got my bloody nails. I think I have anyway. I can't remember.
Maybe you got them tested for.
No, I've had them cloned, mate. I've gone in there. I said, could you distract the DNA from this, please? I've got a bunch of clone Jesuses running around my house doing my shopping. I said, Jesus, give him a glass of water. Jesus, do us a favour, mate. And he's like, oh, okay. Lovely red.
It's cheap, huh?
Yeah, it saves on alcohol. No, of course not. I'm joking, obviously. Right, yeah. Whose blood? Jesus' blood, of course. Okay.
So, did that, and then we did the next EP in the Crypt, recorded with yours truly on the double vocal.
I've got to read this to you. Actually, I've just remembered something. Have you ever looked at the reviews of Paradox on Metal Archives?
No.
There's a review of that release. It's got like one out of 100. Oh man, it was so. I wouldn't say it was funny because obviously they're talking about one review, 1%. I get the feeling it was a Christian who thought you weren't being Christian enough. To be honest, someone called Hammer of Death. 2016, they gave this review 1%. Through pain there is joy. Music so bad it gives you a shit-eating grin of pure distress. Music so amateur it makes you tense up and sweat. Music so fucking weak it makes you shrivel in disgust. Ironically, the title is a huge lie. Through pain there is joy. There will be pain when you listen to this garbage, but you won't find any joy, only misery and suffering, which is a kind of paradox. Paradox claims to be the first extreme metal band that sang about Christianity in a positive light. Personally, I don't think that matters at all. I don't think Carcass boast the fact that they were the first to sing about putrid shit coming out of your esophagus. But whereas Carcass actually had chops to pull out of this cool, disgusting tune about puking out your maggot-infested bowels, Paradox managed to be less appealing even, and they're singing about our Lord and Saviour, Jesus Christ. It goes on that forever. The only reason I'm not giving this a 0 is because occasionally there is an organ-like sound that gives this turd a nice oral atmosphere. But that's really the extent of my compliments. The greatest line. What's this line here? Writing an album where you want to get a strong message across, you're going to need to make it clear for everyone. That means using a clean, understandable vocal style and avoiding juggling balls and guzzling cum with your mouth. Cheers, mate. Just tell us what you really think.
No, I got a feeling they weren't that impressed with it for some reason.
No, I get a feeling they weren't. Yeah, I can imagine. They did not. I don't know. I think it was you personally. My bit was awesome. I think it was I think it was all your part that they objected to.
Taking the time and effort to go all of that to write it. So good.
I know. Yeah. It's kind of like it must have been like. Oh yeah, he sounds like an angry man to me. He needs some love in his heart. That's what I reckon.
He needs a big Grey Fraser hug. That's what he needs.
That's it. We should go give him a big hug. Oh, what's it, mate? Cheer up.
If you are watching, we're giving you a hug. Look. Oh.
Yeah, virtual hug. Ah. But I still like that. I listen to that every now and again. I think it's good. It's rough as arseholes, obviously, because we recorded it in the bloody crypt of the church.
Did we have and did we care? No,
exactly. But I still enjoy it. I listen to that, and it's like I like that. I don't know what was it, unholy black sludge or whatever the heck we used to call it.
Yes. Well, maybe one day we'll re-record a couple and we can get you back for some vocals. Yeah,
maybe. And then you this is I got to take contentious with this now. I know there's all this right. Apparently, Paradox split up, and then the members all formed a new band called Bloodwork. Yeah, for reasons. That just makes it sound like you kicked me out and then started a new band. If I look at that now, I think everyone's going to think, oh, yeah, they kicked Gray out. Other than the fact was I was just a lazy kid who couldn't be bothered anymore. And then you changed the name.
But I hate to ask you this, but how long has it taken you to come to this conclusion?
Yeah, I was just thinking about it last night. When I was looking at it, going, hold on, what? I never quite got it before. It's like, what's all that about? Because it's exactly the same band members, wasn't it? It was exactly the same band members, but you just changed the name. But you decided, so rather than saying we've changed our name, you decided to say we split up and we reformed as another band. But it's all got the same members in it.
We would not do such a thing. How dare you?
Weird. It's like you were trying to distance yourself from my vocal efforts.
But no, I think the theory was to have Bloodwork as a fast band and then another band called Slime Jam as the slow one.
Yeah.
Slime Jam is so slow, it's still
writing that first riff. That's drone. That's the biggest drone ever, mate. You can't get more drone than that.
Me and James did talk about it a lot and then we never quite got around to it. So never mind.
Yeah, that's the name. We come up with that name, Slime Jam, didn't we?
Yeah,
I seem to recall.
We'll use that for something at some point.
Yeah.
I'm going to plug in my phone so I don't die halfway through.
Oh, yeah. Good plan.
Only the best standards for you, dude.
Have you got, because so you've done a few releases, but then you got the album, the actual album, was it 2014? Did we just say a minute ago?
Yeah.
That's actually, I was just thinking about that now. I've actually did a tiny bit of vocals on that. So that's actually an album, a proper vinyl album that I'm on. I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm on an album.
Yeah, you are.
Because anyone could be on a demo or on a fucking self-burned CD, but to be on an actual vinyl, it's like, yeah.
Oh, you made it. I will sign it for you.
Yeah, if I ever did one of my own music memories, I'd have to make sure I'd have to show that because, yeah, I'm on this. It's a vinyl that I'm actually on, all for like 2 seconds.
You do 4 lines on it. It's song.
Is it not just 2 lines repeated twice?
No, there's 4 separate lines. I remember you had to learn them.
Yeah, yeah. I remember because we did it in what do you call it? It's Jeff. We did it in Jeff's studio, didn't we?
Oh,
and you gave me moonshine to get my voice ready for it because you just got back from Kentucky or something. Yeah, you said, have some moonshine now to help you get your voice just where you need it.
Yeah, you loved it. It worked well. Yeah, we can do the next one if you want. So the next one we're actually recording. We've actually started recording.
Right.
So we've got 8 songs, 9 songs. We're basically going to record them, send them around. We'll all add our part, and then hopefully at one point when we can actually allow that, we can do the drums properly and then record the amps properly and vocals. But we'll do as much as we can before.
Yeah.
So it might be ready before the end of this year.
Totally same lineup. Is everyone available?
Ben's in it now.
He was already in it.
Down for so long, but it's been so long since he released something. He's not on the old release.
Is he not in the old release? Oh, did one of you guys just do the? I can't remember now.
James did the bass.
Oh yeah, because was James not in the band now?
Yeah.
Oh, he moved over to guitar or something like that, didn't he?
Jeff was on guitar, but then Jeff decided to just do vocals.
That's right.
James moved to guitar, and Ben slotted in nicely at the bottom end.
Ooh, oh, it's a nice job if you can get it. Yeah, because you're guitar and singing, aren't you?
So's James, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the new. I'm enjoying doing writing now because I've basically learned how to record at home because with Detritus I had to. So now it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is a whole new world of opportunity. You can record stuff, you can loop it, you can play, you can practice over the top, you can see what stuff sounds like, you can do
Yeah.
it all. It's
I know.
yeah.
The appliance of science, mate. You ain't got to leave the house. You don't even need the rest of band members. You can do it all yourself. There's so many one-man bands now.
No, I did program some drums for one of the songs, and yeah, it's a bit fast, but John's gonna
Right.
love it. Thank you.
That's cool. Yeah, you can make your own wicked side project as well, couldn't you?
I was thinking I might do some weird industrial noisy stuff as well someday. Saying that, I
right.
never have free kids.
Yeah, you get them on it, mate. All doing industrial noise. You could call it tantrum. You could do one called tantrum with like them kicking their toys out their prams or whatever. Yeah, that kind of thing.
I think
Like
you're onto something. Yeah.
what's that? There's some of the atmospheric black metal now do like what they call field recordings. So you just set up like a field recording in your house, like while the kids are all screaming and not hollering.
It would be a horror film. Yeah.
That could be your intro or whatever.
It would be horrific. Right, I've got another musical memory.
Yeah, if you need anyone to do harmonica at any time, Harmonica Man's he needs musicians to record with.
Whoa.
Right, let's have a look at your next. Was that picture disc or is that a very large wheel? Okay. I have no idea who it is.
I don't really like this music.
Oh, is it industrial?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you like all that industrial nonsense and your cold meat industry and all them bands.
This is a band called
Mental Destruction.
Yeah, I remember playing this one. The reason I've got this one, I got it on CD as well. It's a great album. 19.
Do you threaten the kids that you're going to play it if they don't behave?
It works. I think this was 1998. But I remember playing a song off this when you used to let me DJ at the Golden Eagle once in Leighton.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? Bloody hell, that's going back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stratford, more Stratford than Leighton. I suppose he's stuck on a border, isn't it?
Yeah,
Maryland. Yeah. Blimey. We actually let you DJ. Wow. What was he thinking?
I did a request or something, but yeah, it was play this, and you weren't impressed when it came on. Yeah.
No, it's lucky we have hardly any people who used to turn up anyway. So it was like, yeah,
about 15 people.
15. That was a good night.
Was that a couple of months that lasted? Was it Friday night?
No, I'm not. Yeah, I think it was Friday nights, wasn't it? I think so. Because Grant was working there behind the bar, wasn't he? Because my brother worked there behind the bar, and he got us the back room, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy packed. Let's put it that way, but it was fun.
It was fun. There's still stuff going on down Leighton Stone High Road. There's a Plough and Harrow. Oh, obviously.
Yeah, Plough, not at the moment. Plough and Harrow does have the odd gig, and it's even fucking deader than back in the day, to be honest. It's like if they've got 5 people and it's a good night. It's a sad state of affairs. Everyone wants to only go to central London, don't they? No one will travel out to the sticks at all. So, like, unless it's in Camden, people can't be bothered with it. But I mean, if Camden blinking ends up going tits up like it probably may well do, with the blinking prices of rent and the fact no gigs are going on, maybe people will start coming out to smaller venues out in the sticks.
What do you think about it? It used to be the West End, then it migrated to Camden because that was cheaper. Then it seemed to move kind of towards Holloway Road at one point, didn't it? With the
Gaff.
The Gaff, yeah.
The Gaff closed down. Gaff is now Costa. Big Red's shut down now.
But Nambucca opened back up, didn't it?
Yeah, I think Nambucca is open. That's right. I think Nambucca is still there. Yeah.
It's moving further east, further towards you.
And before that, when you think back in the day, it used to be the Red Eye. Where was that? That used to be gigs in that area, didn't it? King's Cross, yeah.
Oh, that was a venue and a half, wasn't it?
Yeah. There's a fucking walk as well, went from the station.
I remember being in there, and there's many people in intoxicated states doing stuff they shouldn't be in that place. It was a interesting thing.
Yeah. That's it. Elric's doing some stuff at the Plough and Harrow, so not great turnouts. I don't even bloody get to go because at the weekends I'm always at Lisa's, so I'm not even supporting the scene like I would normally do.
Take your metal badge off, dude. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Elric has forgotten how to spell. Apparently he locked the red eye. I think he might have been like the red eye, but I could be wrong. I think he could be loked the red eye. So why do you like industrial?
Because I like it in small doses.
Yeah.
I've got to be in the mood for it because in a way it's more extreme, some of it, and heavier than metal. It's less melodic, obviously, but it's got when it's hard and heavy. It's live. I think it makes more sense when you got basses blasting, you got smoke and lights and stuff. In your bedroom might not be quite as much fun, but
Yeah.
so
It's
for
just
me,
like all assault. It's just, I mean, is there even? I mean, now can they even recreate the blinking songs live? Is it because it always struck me as like they just make random bloody noises, like banging on some pipes or whatever.
well, no mental destruction guys doing that. He
Breaking up.
programmed every noise in precise location. Takes months to do it. Hello?
Right, and what does he do when he actually does it live? Does he just? I mean, if he's got it all programmed, so he just plays it back. He can go to the bar and not even have to be there playing it. Can he? I mean, is there instruments as well?
Now they play a basic track back, and then they add stuff on the top. They have a live bass, and they obviously do vocals on top and keyboards on top. So they kind of
okay. So there's a bit more going on.
Otherwise, it's quite boring to watch. Otherwise, just
yeah. I remember I did a review of an industrial metal band one time. I can't remember what I said now, but it was one of my favourite lines at the time. It was like, it sounds like a Dalek fucking a Cyberman using a dustbin lid as a condom. Something like that.
That's mate, way of words.
Yeah, I thought that was quite a good review. Tickled me anyway. But yeah, because quite a few other bands. It's not just those, is it? There's a few other industrial bands that you used to listen to.
I don't listen to so much now, to be honest. I think there's more of that, some goth stuff now. It's very occasionally listen to an industrial, but when I do, I like it. I've got to be in the mood for it, though.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. I can imagine you'd have to be.
Last metal pop, dude. I was going to show some concert tickets, but they're all in my loft, and I ran out of time. I was going to look through and see if there's any gigs we were at together, and I'm sure there probably were a few.
Man, there were loads probably, but if I can remember them in particular.
Loads of tickets for the Marquee, loads for Astoria.
Yeah, I mean, you used to drive to the gigs, didn't you? I remember that was how it would be. You because you didn't really drink. Well, at least not when you were driving, obviously. And you used to drive us to the gigs. I'd get pissed. You'd pour me back in the back of the car after the gig, and then we'd stop off to get a blinking bagel or two on the way home and have a piss in the alleyway.
Have a piss every half an hour on the way home.
Yeah, well, not as bad as that, surely, but yeah, probably quite a bit.
I think Dawn was probably worse with the
yeah. Well, you should have just had some toilets put in the back of your car, mate. If you just only forward thinking, and made some kind of built-in commode in the back seat of your car, it would have been a lot easier for us.
What I might do next time, just put a plastic sheet and have it funneled out so it just runs to the outside of the door and it keeps you warm.
Yeah, it's a good idea, mate. It's a good idea. But we haven't been digging. I say we haven't been digging for bloody ages. You haven't lived in London for a good few years now. And when you actually lived with me for about 2 years, you was living in my house. But I don't think we went to any gigs even hardly in that time.
Is it Fallout 4 and Cider?
I was still playing Fallout 4, mate. I was still playing Fallout 4. I streamed 7 hours of Fallout 4 yesterday. So I get more people watching my Fallout 4 videos than I do watching my music memory chats, that's for sure.
Have you got your money's worth out of the game yet?
Oh, yeah, I think I have, mate. I've definitely. I'm waiting for Fallout 5 before I buy another game, but until then, I'm not bothering.
You know how much place you can play now with 3 kids?
The Zero? Big fat Zero? Yeah. Well, man, what can I say? You chose the path of daddyhood.
Well, any spare time now is basically playing guitar, trying to get Bloodwork done.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, that's good. It's good that you're getting that. Is that a music memory?
Yes.
You actually played gigs with that on, didn't you?
Played gigs with this on. You've got photographs of Paradox of this on.
Yeah.
And I may have been to mosh pits possibly with this on before.
Oh, what? It's like you didn't get done for blinking murder.
I think that I remember a couple of times in the story they used to take our spikes off us when you went in and you get them on the way out. I think this one might be more just black metal posing than actually moshing, because it might have.
I wouldn't have thought that would have been GBH at the very least if you tried moshing wearing that.
Some eyeballs off, but it's probably good for hardcore gigs. Keep you safe at hardcore gigs.
Yeah. Real crowd killing, yeah. I'm pretty sure I wore that one a time or two or similar. I actually found some.
I remember.
I think I might have some of your stuff around here. I remember. Eh?
I remember he played a Paradox gig at Gossips in Soho, and you were wearing this.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there's some film with that somewhere, isn't there?
I've got some pictures of it. There probably is some footage somewhere.
Yeah, I think I might have a video of it somewhere, but I wanted to try and convert it, but I've never been able to convert it to blinking to upload it. And didn't we have? There was a band competition that I thought we had. There was some footage of somewhere at one point. Remember that? When that was in the time when we was wearing the silver masks.
Yeah, where was that in the uni? I was at.
Yeah,
back left the bands there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a fix. I'm still annoyed at that. That was a fix. They just got the most popular band of the day through, not the best metal band, which were obviously not.
Was us, obviously. Yeah, because I remember we had like a silver mask, and we took it off, and we had black metal makeup underneath or something. Like, I can't remember now. Did we have black metal makeup underneath?
It probably did. It was fun. I remember we in this with a black metal makeup once. I think it was My Dying Bride on Halloween, and people were asking me if I was in Cradle of Filth. I was like, no.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh dear. So right. I suppose you've got any plans for Detritus gigs whenever you can again, I suppose, really?
Yeah, Detritus, we're doing some videos, basically all promo stuff for the new album at the moment. It's just kind of videos, reviews, interviews and stuff. And then I think the plan is to start writing again for another album. Everyone's enthusiastic. I think the other guy's like, yeah, let's do this. So do that, and then I want to get Bloodwork finished. It needs to be done. I've got this itch to scratch of extreme metal that needs writing, playing, and
yeah, you need to get all the frustrations of fatherhood out.
It's going to be the darkest, most aggressive album ever.
Yeah, cool. Was that all 5 of your music memories? Was that?
That was 4. That was 4. The 4 one was the gig ticket, which I've talked about instead.
Oh, right. Yeah. What gigs are
you?
Just gigs, just generally gigs you're talking about, rather than an actual gig.
I was going to find an exciting, interesting one, but but I didn't because they're all in my life.
All right, so it's just a general thing talking about gigs. Fair enough. When was the last time you went to a gig anyway? I mean, I know with lockdown and all that. Did you go to 2019 Beermageddon?
Yes, it was very good. And I bought a ticket for 2020 Beermageddon, which is still pinballed, but it's good for next year. So if it goes next year,
hopefully I'll be able to come again. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't come 2019. Was you not going to go at one point and then change your mind and went at the last minute?
I think so. And then the tickets were nearly sold out, and it was expensive. I wasn't working at the time either, so I didn't feel rich enough to get to.
No, you weren't working. Yeah, same with me. So yeah. Never mind.
I've been to a couple of gigs in Birmingham, but not loads, to be honest.
Yeah, so you've like got sprogs coming out your ears now. 3 of them.
7.
7. Oh, wow, it's been quick work.
3.
Yeah. What's the little girl called now?
Ivy.
Okay. So you've got a 2 boys and a girl. It's time to stop now, isn't it?
The scissors are coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, so do you want to come over with a pair of scissors on a cheap for you?
The scissors don't work. I've got a sledgehammer. I'll put them in a vice and just flatten them out for me.
I feel I'd rather just abstain.
That's effective as well. That works. Yeah,
that works apparently. Yeah.
Freeze enough. So it's fun, but it's just the guitars basically. Get home from work, kids in bed, and then some guitar.
Is it likely to come full circle? Because your first band was your dad was playing bass. Is it like, you're going to sort of like, right, yeah, Ivy, you're playing that wrong, Ivy. You should be like 3 years old playing a little toy. You can say, no, hold your fingers like that. Get that power chord right.
Stanley's got a guitar, so you never know. But yeah,
play it quicker.
The only thing is, with my dad in the band, did you remember how he left? We kicked him out.
Yeah. Probably will come full circle. You'll get kicked out.
Full circle. I'll be in the band. They're about to go on a massive world tour and I'll be, sorry, Dad, you're too old. You're not cool.
Yeah, but to be fair to your dad, he wasn't the greatest bass player.
I think he enjoyed the hanging out more than practicing. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I think that was it. God, I can hear myself really loud now. Echoing like crazy.
Me?
Yeah, I can hear myself every time I say something. I can hear myself back. I don't know if people can hear it in the chat, but anyway.
They should have. Yep. Okay.
So when's the Bloodwork album going to come? You don't know yet.
End of this. It's going to be finished being recorded this year.
Right. And what about a name for it?
No, I've got no idea. We haven't even got song titles yet, but we've got the rough skeletons for 8 or 9 songs. They're probably going to have 4 or 5 guitars each on them. It's going to be quite a lot of layers on this one.
Right.
So we'll have a crazy recorded version, maybe either do a stripped down version live or do loads of some backing tracks. Depends if John wants to play to a click track live. So probably just a stripped down version live.
Right. Wow. Lots of stuff. Yeah. Can't think of anything else to ask now.
No. What I want for Christmas, you can send me a big chunk of money, please.
Yeah, if I ever get it, mate. If you watch all my videos a million times so that YouTube pay me loads and loads of money, then I'll give you your cut. But at the moment, we've only 2 people watching.
Knowing YouTube, that'd be 1 pence. But I've had fun chatting with you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, exactly. Fucking haven't spoken to you for probably since. Well, yeah, we haven't spoken properly. We've chatted on like text.
Messenger.
Yeah, Messenger. Yeah. That's right, because then suddenly like, suddenly you've got a new baby. So blimey, he kept that quiet.
After the first 10, they just pop out apparently.
Yeah, I bet. All right then. So let's go. Right, I've got another stream at 7 and another interview later tonight. Maybe I don't know if Detritus want to come and have a proper, like, more in-depth chat at some point. If they want to, they tell them to get in touch.
Would you like to do it? We can do a Zoom one or a multiple one or whatever you want, really.
Yeah, do it on this same thing. Do it on the StreamYard.
If you talk to my agent, to talk to your agent, to talk to their agent, we'll make a deal. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. All right, cool talking to you, mate.
My dude, yeah.
Talk to you soon.
After Lisa and Liam.
Yeah,
and Poppy.
That's Alice and the kiddie winks.
Who? Alice? Who the
fuck is Alice?
Who?
Yeah. Right. Bye, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And